Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will attend the ASEAN Summit that kicks off today in Myanmar's capital, Naypyidaw. Modi arrived in the Myanmarese capital yesterday on the first leg of his three-nation 10-day tour and held a meeting with the Myanmarese President Sein. In the summit today, the Prime Minister is set to focus on the Asian Century Dream and strengthening relations with the Asian nations as part of his Act East policy. Among issues on the anvil at the ASEAN Summit is the review of an ambitious connectivity project to develop a 3,200-kilometer highway linking India, Myanmar and Thailand. India and the 10-nation ASEAN bloc hope to build a 5-year plan of action emphasizing on enhancing people-to-people contact. The plan will also focus on ramping up trade relations, reinforcing strategic engagement and security architecture in the region. On the sidelines, the Prime Minister is also scheduled to hold talks with the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Thailand and Singapore. He is also expected to meet the Sultan of Brunei, South Korean President and Myanmarese opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi. Prime Minister Modi will meet over 40 leaders from countries in Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America and the Pacific region during the India, ASEAN and East Asia summits in Naypyidaw, the G20 summit in Brisbane and then the visit to Fiji Islands. All right, joining me right now is our Deputy Editor Smita Sharma. She is live from Naypyidaw, Myanmar's capital. Smita, a very good morning to you. Give us a sense of what's on the agenda. We understand it's going to be an action-packed day for Prime Minister Modi.
Minglava to you, Sana, as well from Myanmar and to all our viewers of Headlines today. Of course, it's a warm day already, and as Narendra Modi's previous visits in fact have witnessed that his schedules are really always packed and his officials really do not know what could be the last possible surprise touch that might just be added from the Prime Minister's office. He is in Naypyidaw currently, of course, with the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval as well in about 45 minutes from now. While, of course, the ASEAN Summit is kicking off at the moment. It's the 25th ASEAN Summit, but the 12th ASEAN-India Summit is what we are looking at in the afternoon, sometime around 12:45. But before that, in another 45 minutes, our Prime Minister, of course, will hold that meeting with the heads of states of Malaysia, following it up with Thailand. Post, of course, the ASEAN-India Summit, where he is expected to make, of course, that speech and also focus on the core issues, really, of connectivity, of infrastructure, of economic cooperation, of maritime disputes, because this is one region where there is a lot of bickering as well. Amongst, of course, member states, amongst the neighbors as well. But his day is packed with meetings with other leaders as well as the opposition leader in Myanmar, Ms. Aung San Suu Kyi.
Absolutely, Smita. I was just coming to that. Now, these two summits, of course, very important, undeniable. But, you know, in India, there's a lot of curiosity about Prime Minister Modi meeting Aung San Suu Kyi, what he's going to say, you know, the whole perception. It's very exciting to meet the in that interaction that we're looking forward of Prime Minister Modi with Aung San Suu Kyi. What's the kind of build-up happening over there?
Well, as of now, you know, when questions were posed, of course, to the ministry spokesperson, Syed Akbaruddin, last evening, he tried playing it safe. Because remember, Myanmar and India have always engaged very closely. In fact, I clearly remember when the Western countries had imposed those economic sanctions, when there was really no political process, when the military junta was running the government here in Myanmar, India faced a lot of flack, drew a lot of criticism from the Western countries for engaging even with the military junta. But even at that point in time, Nirupama Rao Menon, who used to be the foreign secretary, would categorically mention that, listen, we cannot decide our foreign policies based on really how others make of it. See, we have to engage with them because we know that Myanmar is very, very crucial. They share an extremely long border with us and they're key to our security interests in the peace. And that's why we saw that meeting last for close to 45 minutes between Narendra Modi and the Myanmarese president. Having said that, of course, India has always been one of the advocates of democracy. Clearly, Narendra Modi will give Aung San Suu Kyi a very, very serious hearing, a patient hearing. It is a meeting that we will all be looking forward to. But any assurance that he will sort of take up this issue with Naypyidaw is something that I don't see coming, really.
All right. So India is going to play it safe, it seems. That's the sense I'm getting here. Thanks so much, Smita, for joining us with all those latest inputs from Naypyidaw.